Hey everyone, this is Heike and you're watching Stone Cold Coffee Crafts, and today I have an unboxing for you from a store I haven't tried yet. I think I've tried their sister store, Fuyun store, but this is a I'm sorry about my voice, it's a bit croaky. This is a painting from a store called Oli Store on AliExpress, and I think that they are using the same factory, that this is some kind of Evermoment EM Fun, EM Store family thing, because from what I've seen, their canvases look the same. They offer the same kind of paintings sometimes. They don't totally overlap, but they overlap a little bit. They pretty much, their listings look the same. If you look at the item descriptions and stuff like that, they have the same toolkit and so on and so on. But I've never ordered from the Oli store before. I've ordered a couple of times from the Fuyun store, and I wanted to try this store. So this is why I got this painting. It is a little bit squished, not too bad. I don't think anything bad has happened to the painting inside, at least I hope so. If they still pack like they have packed when I ordered from them before, which has been last year, November, they actually wrap the canvas around the drills and don't use a foam core, but we will see. So this is a 50 by 67 centimeter painting. I ordered this on July 22nd. It shipped on the 24th and it arrived today on August 20th. So not bad. And the back is stuck to the box. So the box is actually branded with their name, which you don't see very often. I like that. That's a nice little touch. They have this little, I guess it's a how-to thing on the box, which is kind of interesting because as far as I know, Oli Store doesn't offer square paintings. I've never seen square paintings on their website. But yeah, whatever. Let's look what's inside. It's supposed to be round. Oh, and it looks like they have changed their way of packaging, because this doesn't look like the canvas is wrapped around the drills. No, it's wrapped around the foam core. We have a bag of drills and we have a toolkit. So the toolkit for this store is a little bit different than what you usually see. You get, you get 2 pens with a single placer and a 3 placer each. There's also a 9 placer. There is a big piece of wax. There is the white Mothra boat. And then there's this little round tray, which I personally like to use for trash. They are quite handy for that. Especially if you're working on multiple paintings and have multiple trash drills. So this store packs their drills in baggies, weighed. The paintings I had from the Fuyun store had excellent drill quality, and on first glance these look just like that. It's not the most vibrant, but that's because it is one of these chalkboard paintings. You've probably seen them, and it's a fall themed one. Don't know about you, but by the time late summer comes around, I suddenly have this urge to work on fall and Halloween pictures. And I am working really hard on not ordering a Halloween picture. So I made a compromise with myself and decided to order this chalkboard fall themed coffee pumpkin spice latte painting. One thing I noticed right away is that in the past they didn't use the Sunner Group adhesive. They used a different kind of adhesive that had this very waxy feeling paper on top. You could hardly smooth your hand on top of it, and the adhesive was a lot like my Victorious Moon adhesive, where you couldn't move the drills after you had put them down. So this canvas is actually not wrapped too tightly around the foam core. Look at the back. There's a bit of whatever dirt. And I would say this looks pretty good. I don't see anything that looks like a pucker. This is a bit of wrinkling where the rubber band was. And we have actually, I think that's also new, we have 2 keys on this canvas. Pretty much like Diamond Art Club does it, just reversed. So we have, instead of the upper left, we have a key in the upper right corner. And instead of the lower right, we have one in the lower left corner. Which is nice for painting this size. It's always good to have 2 keys. Because you will never see the whole thing working on a painting this size. Well, the adhesive still seems to be the same adhesive that I know from last year, from the Fuyon store and from the Victoria Moon recently. Put that down, they didn't put it down fully. It looks flawless so far. Has been put down a bit haphazardly. They tried to not create too much of an overlap up here, but they didn't cut it very neatly. They provided enough adhesive to cover the whole canvas, but it was very jagged. Don't know if you... I think you can see it here. Here's a tiny gap. Teeny tiny gap. Not even a millimeter. So these strips are always fun. I love it when there are these teeny tiny strips. They are especially fun to put down again once you have removed the cover paper. So this is looking very good so far. Looking at the key, I can already tell you there are 35 colors in this. And I think in the viewfinder you can see it pretty clearly. I mean, I can see it pretty clearly as well. I've done one of these last year. It was actually from the Home Fun store. The one with all capital letters, so it's not the one that most of us mean when we say Home Fun. It really annoys me when the paper comes in so many strips. So let's put that the right side up. And back then I ordered it in 40 by 50, and this was a tad too small, and also the rendering wasn't the best, so afterwards you couldn't actually read the script. I don't think this is going to be a problem in this one, because I can already see from the symbols that a lot of the script is in 3865, which is winter white. So it should be very legible in the end, I hope. And I think if I move this a bit to the side to avoid the glare, you can also pretty easily see the cup of coffee with the foam art in this leaf shape. Then we have this cup here, and down here is the third one with the little heart in the foam. And I thought this was really, really cute. It's sadly a bit too big for my kitchen. I would love to put this in my kitchen. But I don't think I have the wall space for a 50 by 67 anywhere there. It's not the biggest kitchen there is. So let's pull this down and pull this down. Yeah, but I think the script looks really, really good. I'm really happy with that. And the adhesive is so far absolutely flawless. There is no bubble, there is no wrinkle, nothing in that glue. What you have to keep in mind with this adhesive, I like it very much, but I'm also not the biggest fan of the multi-placers. Once the drills are down, you can't push them. This adhesive is very, very unforgiving and won't let you push your drills around. So you have to place them perfectly, and multi-placers, in my experience, don't lend themselves to placing drills perfectly the first time. You usually have to correct the placement afterwards, at least a little bit. Which is also why they are not my best friends. I like things very neat. So I usually place my drills one by one on these paintings with this adhesive. I also don't find that the multiplacer actually saves me too much time, because as I said, I have to correct afterwards to satisfy my need to having a neat placement of drills, so I don't really save any time by using a multiplacer. I just changed the steps up, so to speak. So yeah, you have to keep that in mind. This adhesive, not good for multiplacers. So, and now you can see why I dislike these tiny strips so much, because they usually will not cooperate. And there you saw my cute towel. I was trying to avoid that. Fresh out of the shower, hair still wet, and wrapped in a towel. They usually won't come willingly if you want to put this back down. Alright, so these paintings from Oli and the Fuyun store don't have an inventory sheet. So you have to trust that they gave you enough. But I have completed a painting of this size from the Fuyun store, and I had more than enough drills, so it wasn't an issue. I'm just going to check and do inventory to see if I have 35 bags. And if the colors are actually the same colors mentioned here on the legend. Which means I am probably going to keep that strip up. So I'm going to see the color numbers. Alright, as always, I'm going to speed this part up and put some music on. It hopefully shouldn't take too long. I'll be back in a moment. That was a quick one. So all the colors are here. Yeah. Get down without gap. So all the colors are here. Unsurprisingly, I have pretty much every gray that's out there in this painting. My main color seems to be 37.99, followed by 413. And quite a few other grays, and then we have a few splashes of color in there for the coffee cups, and I think the pink actually shows what I mean when I say the drill quality is absolutely fantastic for this painting. That's something I like very much about these stores, this kind of drill quality. Stores so far I've had with this drill quality was Fuyun, Oli, Royal Diamond Painting, and I think that's about it. So those are usually the stores that have this kind of round drill quality, which I personally find to be very excellent. Some of the drills, not all of them, but some of the drills in the Victoria's Moon were also this type of quality. I think that's actually the difference. You know, when people talk about the fact that the dimples don't do anything, that's actually correct. So in the round drills, I have not run into issues before that I could directly connect to the dimples. But what I found is that the drills with the perfectly smooth back are often shinier than the ones with the dimples. They have clearer cut facets. The one with the dimples, it's a bit hard to describe, but these actually look like they were made of green resin and then poured into a mold to create the cuts. And the one with the dimples quite often look like they were made of whatever colored resin, poured into the molds, and then they poured another layer of colored resin over them to give them their certain dilute. Which is probably not what happens. I don't know, I've never cut one of these drills open, but it's probably not how they are actually made, but that's how they look to me. The cuts are dulled by what looks like another coat of resin. And that's quite often the ones that have the dimples in the back. Not always though. So for round drills, the dimples in my opinion are not really a sign of issue. And I've heard multiple people talk about the dimples in the last few weeks and how drills without dimples also can have issues, and that is quite correct. But what I'm trying to say when I'm saying, oh god, I see dimples in square drills, is that every single time, and I don't kid here, every single time, 100% of the times, my kids had square drills with a dimple in the back. Those drills were not perfect. So either they had the grades on the sides and they pushed each other off the canvas, or they were too small. They never have straight edges, so they never will fit smoothly together. It will always look like this on the canvas. Completely exaggerated, of course, but it will always look like that. And that's always the drills with the dimples. On the other hand, not all the drills, square drills I have seen with smooth backs have been perfect. A lot of them are, but not all of them. And you can see that right away as well if you look closely at your drills. It's basically the back doesn't look, it looks smooth on first sight, and when you look closer at it, it's not actually a perfect square, as in it has sharp edges. It looks a little bit rounded, and not concave but convex. And that's when I usually know, okay, those can be potentially bad as well. So if I have square drills and I am jabbering on about the fact that they have dimples, that's because I know they won't be perfect no matter what. There's no way dimple square drills are perfect. They always have some kind of issue. It's not always a showstopper issue, but it's an issue. I thought I would clear that up because I have a feeling that I kicked this whole dimple discussion off. And yeah, that's what I mean with it. I've had these smooth back drills that look good at first and then created the same kind of issue. That is absolutely correct. But you can clearly identify them the moment you put the drills down, that they are going to be the ones to create issues. So, but that's enough about square drills on a painting that doesn't have a single square drill. Just wanted to say that these are my preferred drills because they are sharper cut, they sparkle more, they have an insane amount of sparkle once you have finished the painting, and that's why I like them so much. Also interesting in this painting, in my opinion, is this is a chalkboard painting and doesn't have a single black drill in it. So the first one I did last year had a lot of black. A lot of black and a lot of 939. That was actually my major colors, those two. So kind of surprised that this doesn't even have a single speck of black. Not that I'm unhappy. I still have an insane amount of black diamond art carpet to do. Hello, Wanderer. Yeah, so I can say I am perfectly happy with this kit so far. I hope I can start on this soon because I want to finish it before it's actually full fall time. Since I can't put it in my kitchen, I've been thinking about putting it in the hallway outside of my apartment to decorate this a little bit because it looks a bit sad, quite honestly. It's just a bare hallway, and I have a red table in front of my apartment building, and that's pretty much the only thing that's out there. Well, that and some very, very old pumpkins from my neighbor. She's had these pumpkins at her door since we moved in, so they've probably been there a lot longer. So I hope I can work this up pretty soon. I don't know when exactly I'm going to start on this, but we will see. You'll probably see at least one whip and chat with this one. Alright guys, I think I've chatted long enough for this painting. Oli store, I can say, yep, thumbs up so far. We will see how the final review looks, but I'm pretty positive about this. And yeah, if you like this unboxing, consider leaving me a thumbs up. Maybe you would like to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell if you liked what you saw. I am apologizing for no Miss Lola in this video, but she is taking a nap in the living room. I don't know, she threw up on me tonight, and I think now I'm the bad guy. I don't know how this is possible because I was asleep, but yeah. So you can also leave me a comment down below. I always love reading from you. There is my Instagram handle and my email address in the description box. If you would like to check my progress pictures out, they are nearly daily. And you can also drop me an email if you prefer that method of getting in contact. And that's it, guys. I hope you have a wonderful day and enjoy your week. I will catch you very soon. Bye bye.